Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and this new video and to my home here in Bellis area. Today's video is going to be on a topic that I have wanted to do for a little while now, and I've been talking a little bit about in group and on my website as well. And that is the idea of setting attachment points to enable particular items to be replaced on your avatar pretty easily. So for those of you who have watched my previous videos and have heard me talk about wardrobe for the past several years, you'll probably know that my traditional method for using wardrobe and for getting dressed was to do it similar to, I guess, how you would in real life. I take my clothes off and then I find something new and put them on. This method allows me to take what I'm wearing and simply replace the items without ever actually getting completely undressed. And so today I want to show you how I am setting up and how I'm doing and using my wardrobe to accomplish this. Fortunately, I just got back from Uber, where I spent more money than I probably should have on more clothes than I probably needed, but that's what's fun. So let's get started with this. So right now I'm wearing the capris and top from Just Because from Uber, and I have not actually added these to my wardrobe yet. But we're going to go through and we're going to set up a couple of these other things that I did buy and look at how this works. Now, one thing to keep in mind as we get into this, I do have and keep the sizes for all my mesh bodies. So when I'm going through and doing this, you're going to see how I approach it for having and keeping multiple mesh bodies. If you are a normal person and not crazy like me, then you probably only have one or maybe two mesh bodies, so you won't have to do quite as much as I do, but I at least want to walk through the process. But be aware that I probably do a little bit more with this than what you'll need to. But the process is the same no matter what. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start, I think, with this outfit from Neve, which was just these shorts and this top. And we'll go ahead and wardrobe these really quick, and I'll show you what I do to get the attachment points to work. So first thing I need to do, of course, is come in here and rename my folders. I'm just going to call these /classic shorts. And one of the things that's changed a lot for me in doing this process is that I don't combine outfits as much as I used to. So in the past, I probably would have taken these shorts and this top and made one entry in wardrobe, just because I was going to go through and wear them together and it just seemed easier. But with this method of replacing the attachment points, it's just a lot faster for me to go through and create individual entries. So I have a few more entries coming into wardrobe than I used to. And this one, I don't think Salty Jersey is going to conflict with anything, so we're going to go ahead and just leave that as Salty Jersey. Alright, so those are our things. This is for Freya, Hourglass, Isis, Lara, and Physique. So let me go up here to my inventory control and my mesh body folder. So I'm going to grab Freya, Isis, Lara. Let me grab my HUD folder, Physique, and what else am I missing? Hourglass. There we go. So let me copy those. And again, I just use these folders so it's faster for me to recreate the subfolders that I need. So I'll go ahead and paste a copy of those into there, and I'll just move everything to where it needs to go quick. There's the HUD, there's that, and paste that. And again, we'll go ahead and move our HUD, Freya, Hourglass, Isis, Lara, Physique. Again, like I said, if you're going through and doing this, chances are you're just saving Lara. You might delete the rest. You might put them into one folder. Don't know what you do, but you probably won't have to go through quite as much of this process as I do. All right, so let me go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and start with these shorts. I'm going to copy the asset UUID for that picture, and then I'm going to switch over to my wardrobe, and we're going to go ahead and import a texture and go ahead and start here. And this is called /classic short. So I'll copy that title from here because I want to make sure those line up exactly. And then we'll go ahead and just tag these really quick. Neve shorts. And for Lara, Hourglass, Physique, Freya, and Isis. And this is from Uber in May of 2019. So let's go ahead and add a tag for that since this is the first one I've done. All right, perfect. And let's see, do we have a creator that we can use? Neve. There we go. Neve by Cold Logic. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put the remarks in later. Now, I am going to wear the Lara version by default, and I'm going to wear my HUD by default. Again, if you put things into subfolders like I have, and you want to wear specific subfolders, not all of the subfolders, you define them here on the subfolder line. All right, so go ahead and click OK. And we now have this entry. Now, the next thing that I need to do is I need to come back in, I need to edit it. And I'm going to come over here to the dressing tab. And down here at the bottom, my default policy is to add. Most of the things in my wardrobe I want to add as opposed to replace. But I'm going to set these shorts up so that they will always replace whatever I'm wearing on my bottom. So I'm going to come here in my wearing policy and I'm going to say replace layers and attachments. All right, next thing I need to do is switch back over here. I need to tell my shorts where I want them to attach to. Now, I will put a link into the description of my set of attachment points. And this is something that I've sort of built up from talking to a lot of people who have been doing this before me. It is definitely in no way my original thinking on this, but it does work very well. So I appreciate everyone who shared their comments with me on that. So what I do for bottoms, and what I think a lot of people do for bottoms, is I put them on the left hip by default. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and I'm going to actually select each one of these sizes that I'm going to keep. And if you were just going to keep Lara, you could just click the one. But I'm going to select them all at once. I'm going to right click. I'm going to choose attach to, and I'm going to say left hip, which is right here. And right now my pants are also on the left hip. So I'm going to go ahead and choose that. And I'm going to give it a second for all 5 of these to attach. And when you do this, it resets the attachment point, and that's what it will use going forward. All right, so I've got all of those on now, so I'm going to go ahead and just right-click and remove them. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to pick this up, and I'm going to move it into my RLV folder. So this goes into my wardrobe folder, and this is from Neve. I actually have a separate folder for Neve, and these are called the, what are they called again? They're called the slash shorts. They're going to go in there. All right, so now they're in my RLV folder. I've got kind of a new setup for my RLV folder, so that might warrant a video at some point as well. All right, so that's done. So the theory is, if I wear those shorts now, that my pants will come off and my shorts will come on. So let's test that out. So I come over here and I just click the wear icon and I switch back over here. It should, hopefully, maybe, there we go, take my pants off and put my shorts on. So the idea behind this, of course, is that I can very quickly switch things like this. I don't get naked in the process, so I could actually do this when I'm out and about. I could change from these shorts into, say, swimsuit or something else really, really quickly. And of course, I wore my HUD here as well, so I can change the textures on these. So that's how it works for the shorts. Let me go ahead and detach that HUD quick, and let's go ahead and set up this salty jersey. So I'm going to go ahead and copy my UUID again. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to go to import texture. I'm going to do that, and this is called the salty jersey. And most of this is going to be the same. Let me just go ahead and get rid of that bottom shorts. And let me just go ahead and put in my shirt tag. Actually, no, it really is actually more like a sweat. A shirt will be fine. And this will work for now. And that's going to be the same. I'll choose OK. And again, just like last time, after this gets uploaded, waiting. There we go. I can come in here and I can say I want this to replace. All right, so that's this one. Now we need to come back over here and set this up again. And this time, I'm going to take these tops, these shirts, and I'm going to put them on my left shoulder. So I come up here and you'll see that my top is already on the left shoulder. Go ahead and add those. Again, I'll wait a second for those to all pop into place. There we go. All 5 are worn now. I can go ahead and remove that. And I'll go ahead and cut that and go ahead and put this in my knee folder into there as well. So again, if I come back to my wardrobe and I click the wear on this, the assumption is that this top from Just Because will come off and the top from Neve will be worn. And sure enough, it was. So this is it. It really comes down to making sure that you set your attachment points, that you always set the ones that have attachment points to replace, and that you remember, well, that you remember generally to do all these steps. But I don't know what else I was trying to say there. It really comes down to that. It comes down to 2 things: setting the attachment points and setting the wardrobe to replace. You know, broadly, having a good overall understanding of what you want to do with attachment points is really important. And again, I'll share my link to the one that I'm using, so everyone can see that. But this is really all it is. And this video has already kind of gone sort of long, so I probably won't do another one, but I think it makes sense. Or I hope it does anyway. One other thing I wanted to mention, because this is something that's come up, sometimes you cannot set an attachment point, or you should not set an attachment point. And that really comes down to some of the fancier objects in Second Life. Things that either automatically change texture or automatically change shape or form when you're wearing them with some sort of scripting. The one thing I know for certain that you should never change attachment points on are the AquaSense or similar items from Salt and Pepper. If you change the attachment point on those objects break. And I think it's possible that some of the other, like auto strip, auto change clothing, may also run into a similar problem. So make sure if you get into doing this sort of attachment point swapping that you look at the note cards that come with your items and see whether or not they recommend changing the attachment point or not. At least with Salt and Pepper, they actually do put that into their note cards now to remind people not to do it, because it does break things. This is really all it is, folks. I mean, you can go through, and it's very difficult, I think, to go back to everything in your wardrobe and make these changes. But it's something that's fairly easy to do going forward, and it does make changing clothes really, really simple. And you can extend this concept to body parts, to really anything you want to do. If you go back to the video I did on swapping feet for the Maitreya Lara body, it really is nothing other than this, making sure your attachment points are set right and choosing that replace option inside a wardrobe. Same exact concept, but we're just extending this out to clothing and everything that we wear. Make sure you check the link that I put in the description that's got all the details on what attachment points I'm using. If you have questions about this, let me know, and I'll either do a follow-up video, maybe with some different details to it, or I may just write a blog post or something about it, or we can just talk about it in the group. So a little bit long, about 15 minutes. I thought we could do it a little quicker, but not too bad. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it's helpful. Do pop into the group and let me know if you are using this, or just leave a comment here. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you find these types of videos useful, and if this was a particularly useful video, please make sure you like it and tell your friends. Thanks very much. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.